watch your mouth. Don't you say bad things. Don't be thinking bad things. Don't be using your mouth for evil. Watch it. There are always so many things to gather from our readings, particularly the Psalms and the poetic literature. It's going to be so interesting when we do Proverbs. But there's just so much crammed into these things. So I want to encourage you. The sin to avoid that I have found was watch your mouth. Be good. You see that right in the front part. But if you've not read the Psalm, meditated on it, and tried to find your own space, I encourage you to do that. Hit pause and do that. It won't take you long. But where I found this, watch your mouth, be watching what comes out of it, is verse 2. Wicked and deceitful mouths are opened against me, speaking evil or speaking against me with lying tongues. They encircle me with words of hate and attack me without cause. So these deceitful mouths, these terrible things coming out of people's mouths was offending and bothering and bringing hurt to King David. Now what we're going to see is that this is actually is going to be picked up by Peter to give the words of Jesus in saying that there is somebody that has turned against him. So let's continue looking at this psalm a little bit more, other than saying that we don't need to have wicked and deceitful mouths. So how are you using your mouth? Are you using it to gossip or do anything bad toward anybody? Even if they're not hearing you, don't be gossiping and using that mouth for bad things. Verse 6 says, appoint a wicked man against him. So this person that is doing bad things, notice it's a prayer. So they're praying, David's praying for God to do something. And so always remember when that is the best way to take your anger, your disappointments, take it to the Lord and let him ultimately work out justice and do things right. So David's talking to the Lord saying, appoint a wicked man against him, do something to take care of this. Verses 8 and 9, this is where we see that this becomes prophetic, because Peter takes verses 8 and 9 of this verse and applies it to Judas. May his days be few. May another take his office. May his children be fatherless and his wife a widow. Peter applies this to Judas and saying, this Judas fulfilled this psalm because David had somebody coming against him. And there was a greater David, Jesus, the great King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. There's somebody that came against him, his very own, Judas. And he even, not only did he use his mouth to betray Jesus, he also, if you remember when he betrayed Jesus to the officials, he came up and greeted Jesus with a kiss. So not only did he speak, he also kissed Jesus and greeted Jesus. Mouth full of evil and deceit. Peter also says this, may his posterity be cut off and his name be blotted out in the second generation. Indeed, Judas's posterity seems to be non-existent with the way Peter applies it in the opening verses of the book of Acts. So do not use your mouth for evil. Do not be like Judas. And right here, verse 30. Instead, do this. Let this be the example for you to follow. With my mouth, I will give thanks to the Lord. Rather than my mouth doing bad things and saying bad things, I'm going to use my mouth to give great thanks to the Lord. I will praise him in the midst of the throng. What a wonderful psalm. Make sure you're watching your mouth and using it to glorify God. I pray that's been a blessing to you. I'll see you in the next video.